Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest. Welcome to my channel everybody, and yes, I do live in that beautiful little rural area called Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everyone. This is my July 2025's Monday series video number 4, and I am looking for the calendar, and I don't know where my calendar is, but if I am correct, and yes, I found my calendar, there are only 4 Mondays in the month of July, so this will be the last card for my Monday series, but that meaning that this is the 4th Monday of the month. This will be a fun fold. So for your information, every month I concentrate on a particular stamp set, suite, or bundle, and on the rare occasion, a kit. And for the month of July, I am concentrating on the Christmas Friends bundle. It was in the last year, September to December's mini catalog. Now, this was a wonderful surprise gift to me from Joanne, and she sent this to me and I could not resist. I have never done a Christmas in July event, and so this is what I decided to do for my Monday and Saturday series. Every month on my Monday series, the first Monday of every month, I do a sketch card. The second is a case of card. The third is a shaker. The fourth, of course, being today, is a fun fold. If there are 5 Mondays, which there are not this month, then it is a mystery for you and me both as to what I will come up with. Now, for the Saturday series, I use the very same stamp set, suite, bundle, or kit, but those cards are designed. The first Saturday is designed for the beginner stamper. The second towards the casual, the third for the avid, the fourth for the extreme, and the fifth, if there are one, is a mystery. It's a free-for-all. It's whatever I come up with, right? It's a mystery as to what I will come up with, dude. This one, guys, I keep cards. I keep cards that are sent to me. I keep cards that I make, and I pulled one that's an old fold that I did years ago. We're talking, my mother was still alive, so it's been 8 years since she's been gone now. So it has to be at least 10 years old now. And I pulled this one out because it is a fun fold. It's simplicity in its design, I think, and I hope you all like it. So I do have a sample to show you, and we're going to recreate it with this stamp set. So far, I have created with the owl, and yes, so I've created one particularly focusing on the owl, one with the bear, and one focusing on the mouse. Today we're just going to focus with the little moose. He's really darling. He just is super, super cute. So we have the dies as well, and you'll see which of those that I use in a moment. But I am also bringing in several other things, right? So move my card base aside. I am bringing in, for my inside sentiment, do you guys remember the Christmas Whimsy card kit? This had those really cute little elves. Now, I absolutely loved it. This was from September of 2021. I wasn't keeping the instruction cover sheet like I do with my paper pumpkin back in the time. But anyways, so the sentiment we're going to use for the inside is wishing you peace, joy, and love now and throughout the coming year. You're probably going to see that quite a bit in my Christmas cards. I really liked it. And, you know, I found this and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to be using this one. So that's going to be my inside sentiment. Then I'm going to use a combination of things. I'm going to use the Mary from the add-on dies from October, November, and December of 2024. So I'm using the Mary from this add-on die set. I'm going to put this right back here so it doesn't get put anywhere else. I'm going to use the Mary from this set. And I'm just using the Christmas, not the outline one, just the Christmas from this one. So I'm going to tuck that in there. I'll put it back correctly, but just so you know. And then you can see I've already stamped and die cut the moose, but I'm going to stamp it with you here in a minute. But I have done prep work. So this is a look at all of the dies. We have the moose. We have a nice, really big circle. We have the tree. So from the dies, we are using the tree, the moose, and the stars. it's really a simple little design. So I'm going to set those aside for now as well. So to start off, I have a white envelope. I've even got my stamp on it. Let me show you my fun fold. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, and it opens like this, but then it is also an easel card. Now I changed the way I did it here. This didn't stay up very well, so I've changed it, and I have made more of a tent style to go on the back here so that you can truly pop it up. And I have a better example of that because that was a rough one. So I had to make a better one. I wanted a wider base like so. This will close down, right? This will adhere now to the back, but when it opens, this can expand like so, and we have a really nice bottom that this can go on, but it does open up. So that is our fun fold. I have no idea what to call this card, guys. I really don't. It's just an easel card. I wouldn't call it an easy easel card. It's an easel card with a tent backing on it. This one, it just, even back then I was having issues with this staying up, so I had to, I mean, it does stay up, but it's easily popped down. But it was a cute little design, I thought. So with that being said, I have some red that needs to go in the tray to get put away. Okay, so let's show you what we have. So for our card base, it is 4 1/4 by 11, and it is scored at 4 1/4, and it's 7. So let's do that to start out with. Ugh, have to move things out of the way. All right, and I need, the track has got debris in it, and it is good to keep your track clean. And an old toothbrush, get one from the dollar store. That's what I do. It's good to keep those. So we have 4 1/4. Turn it this way, and here we have, move it that way, we have 4. Oh, it's scored at 4. Which way is the 4 1/4? One of these is 4 1/4. There we go. 4 1/4. And I scored 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now scooch it on down to 7. 1, 2, and 3. 3 is my magic number. It may not be yours, but it is me. That is our card base. Now to fold this, we're going to need that again in a minute. Let me bring the card in. So here you go. So this one, you want to fold this back towards you, which is a bit different, but trying to show you. So you fold in towards you, and that means this, it just folds back. That's all. So if you looked at it this way, it kind of looks like a Z fold, except it's vertical. Z fold, right? But it's vertically opening. So that's it. That's the basic card fold of our card base. I can take that out now. I can put that in my notebook. So our card base is done. Let's work on our tent easel backing piece. This one has a few more folds than the other. Here's my piece, and where's my cheat sheet, my little instructions, right? All right. So this piece is 3 1/2 by 7. Hopefully everything's in camera view here. 3 1/2 by 7. Now we're going to start off at 3 1/4. We don't want that dark blade. That dark blade's that cutting blade. Stay away from that when you score. 1, 2, and 3. And yes, I am. I'm not when I go to score, do not like go force it. Just do it 3 times back and forth, and it does the job without, you know, pushing too far into the paper. Then go to 1.5. 1, 2, and 3. Scooch it then on over to 3.5 inches. This is the halfway point. 1, 2, and 3. Now go on back over to 5.5. 1, 2, and 3. Now to 6.25, which is right there. 1, 2, and 3. Now this is our tent. And this is the backing for our easel. So for me, this is how I normally do everything. I do everything up and away from me. Except for that card base. Yes, that was telling myself, do it this way first, right? But for something like this, I do it all one direction, and then I go back and I fix it how I want it. Okay, so you can see there's our tent piece, right? This is going to come in, these 2 pieces, one up and in. So we're going to make that V, that valley fold. This piece is going to do the same thing. Those are going to go in together, and we're going to glue these together. So they're going to make that tent. Like a little camping tent for your Barbie dolls back way in the day. Yes. All right, so let's get these glued. You can tear tape it, put whatever adhesive you want on them. Just glue it together. They both need to be scored so that they bend together well. Now one is going to get a little overlap there because it can't go like directly in there, but it's not going to matter. I'm going to open it up, smooth it out a little. I really want to work that open, close, right? Open and close. So now we have it. We don't need to do anything to this. This is completely done. We're going to set this aside till the end of our card. So that is done as well. Our card base is done. Let me show you the rest of the pieces for this. And now I'm trying to think of if I wrote it down in my notebook. Nope, I didn't. Oh my goodness, the measurements. The measurements, I wrote them somewhere and the measurements are missing. Okay, we'll just fly by the seat of our pants. Because wherever I wrote the measurements at, they are not here. So we're going to go with it. So let's show you layer number 1. We'll just get a ruler. That's all. We can handle this. The rulers are now in my desk. So let's see what we have. Looks like we have some glitter on this piece of paper. So layer number 1 is 4 1/8 by 3 3/4. Some reason I remember that. So let's write that down. Maybe I can write it down. Layer number 1, 3 3/4 by 4 1/8. I know I wrote this down. I know I did. Just don't know where it's at. Okay, layer number 2 is DSP. This is cardstock. Layer number 2, this is number 1. This is, oh, it always happens, 3 7/8. It is 3 1/2 by 3 7/8. 3 1/2 by 3 7/8. DSP. Now this DSP is Iconic Imagery. Iconic Imagery. That piece, Phyllis sent me some, and this is from the DSP that she sent me. Now we have 2 more little strips. So we have Layer number 3 is cardstock. This is 1/2 by 4 1/8. Making sure, yes, by 4 1/8. And this piece, oh, this is going to be a stinker. I don't remember what this is. This is 3/8. 3/8 by 3 7/8. Same DSP. That's layer number 4. Okay, so now that we have that taken care of, let's show you those other elements. I have my mousse. I'm going to show you how I colored him in with our new mousse, right? So mousse colored prep work, mousse uncolored. We're going to color bits of him. You don't have to watch me color all of him in. I have 3 Christmas trees from the, I stamped it and I die cut 3 of them. We're going to color the one in just so you can see how I did that. And then, like I said before, I have the Mary from the Mary tags and more, and I have the Christmas with the missing eye, but that's okay. We'll figure that out because it apparently is MIA. It's probably in the die itself, but we'll work that out. The Christmas from the Peaceful Season dies. So let's get started. This should not take it. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the mousse stamp. We're going to stamp and a Christmas tree. I think I can stamp this. I bet I can get that on there. And as these are not polymer, these are actual red rubber, I can do that without the stamp and pierce mat. So here's my little mousse, which I will just die cut him out later, use him in another video, or give him to my Aunt Carol and she can do something with him too. As she was like, I get to borrow that. I said, of course, I share. So there's my little mousse. And then here's my little Christmas tree. I always like to have a backup in case I mess up. I know I can get this tree in here. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. There's our Christmas tree. So now we can say we stamped on camera. We are going to move these though, however, over there because we're not die cutting on camera, but we are going to color. So for our Christmas tree, I colored the pine boughs of it in Old Olive with the Stampin' Up markers, which the wonderful Lori sent me a brand new set. So I feel, I mean, I love this. This is my kind of coloring. I don't have to do the blends and all that. This is fabulous. And guys, way before the blends came out, this is all we had. I would go to class. We used the Stampin' Up markers. They are great. They can be utilized very well. Especially for little things like this, these are fabulous. So now, you could use the Stampin' Up markers as well for the stem, but I used, to color my mousse, we're going to use a combination of blends and Stampin' Up markers. You can do that. There is no rule that says you can't mix blends and the markers. I proved you can. Look how cute my mousse is. My mousse is cute. Yes. And you can mix old and new colors. You just can't. So I am going to use only the dark, but I'm using cinnamon cider. You could use pecan pie. I love cinnamon cider. I wish this had been the color they brought in, and I think I used the light, but it's okay. I used dark on this one. So there's my tree, and I'm going to hold that up a little bit. I moved my phone up a little because it's new and I'm still getting used to it. So I can't see because the stand is up higher than what I can see. So there's my tree. Then, of course, I have a star. I should have a star. It looks like my star might be. Oh, you know what? I bet the wind blew stuff off my desk. Oh, no, there's my little star. It's like I'm missing a star. I still have it. And these stars are from the die set. These are in Bumblebee. You could use Daffodil Delight. You could use Crushed Curry. I liked Bumblebee one of my favorite colors to use for Christmas, the Christmas yellow. I love my bumblebee. So let's color Mr. Moose, or show you how I did it. Like I said, I use cinnamon cider. I didn't use pecan pie, but pecan pie would be great as well. So you can, I'm looking, this is the dark. So I did start with dark. And let's just do like his face. So anywhere there's that little black little marks, I added some. Now I didn't add it to all of them. I just picked a few areas, right? Because that's a whole lot. So I picked a few, and then I brought in the brush tip and I colored it in with the light. Stayed away from his horns. This is true for any image that you're coloring, but I will tell you, it doesn't matter if you start with the light or the dark. You can put dark on top of the light. That is totally up to you. Now, I chose a retired color as well for his antlers and for his muzzle. I chose pale papaya. Now blends, the one good thing about blends is the streaks are less visible once it dries, because these are alcohol markers, right? So there's his little face. And then this is the pale papaya. And this is the light pale papaya. So we have the dark. So the dark, oh, just to show you. So let's do the light first. So the light, I'm just going to color the antler in. And do his muzzle. I tried petal pink. I didn't like it. That one got thrown away. You won't be seeing that one. It did not look good in my eye. Oops, I want the other end. Then I took the dark and I came in and I just gave it a little bit of shading. Now for his little feet, now I chose a couple of colors. I chose for the skates itself, I chose the Smoky Slate, and this is the Stampin'Up marker. I didn't feel there needed to be a whole lot of blending in the skate. So I just chose the marker and I did that little bit. And then this one, I can see now that I cut off, it looks like part of his skate. But that's okay. Nobody, I think, will really notice but me. So that's how I did that. I chose the sock to be cherry cobbler. That's because this red is cherry cobbler. So I did the bottom half of his sock. And you won't believe me, but the top part of his sock in this one is actually crushed curry, and I really didn't like that. So we're going to change that to, well, I'm going to try to change it on there. I didn't like it being the crushed curry. So we're going to try to change it and add a little mossy meadow onto it. So I just think it'll stand out better if it's the dark green, like on his scarf. So we're going to take them. Oh, it does look so much better. There we go. So for his scarf, you can choose where you're going to start, right, on him. And I chose just pick a section and then skip every other one and color it in. So my colors were chosen because of the DSP I used, which is Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler. So just like that, even though my tree here, I chose Old Olive. And then I just filled in the other sections with the marker. These are such little bits that, to me, the blends weren't going to make that big of a decision. So that is how I colored my moose. And There we have him. So hopefully you guys can see that. And that way we don't have to sit here and I don't have to color them all. But did we lose the star again? No. Oh, we need to glue the star on the tree. Let's just get that taken care of ASAP, right? My star. And the glue does not want to come out. It is cold and it's been so hot. But the glue is definitely cold. Armpit it goes into. And believe me, your glue is cold like mine, the armpit does. I even have dimensionals on the back of these. So let's get this card going. So this top half. Now, I will tell you, this, it may look square, but it is not a perfect square. So make sure it will not fit this way. It only fits this direction, okay? That's the only way it fits. Trust me, it only fits that way. All right. Oh. It's not going to have enough time to really warm up. We're just going to have to go with it. It's just going to have to be what it is. Little bits of glue. And little TT is a snoring. If you're wondering about my little holder for the glue that Phyllis sent me, Happy Hollow is what she said, because Kathy had asked. All right, so there, let me just, no, it goes this way. I'm starting to think I'm putting it on the wrong one. I could be, oh no, 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 no. I need it to be on, that's 4. It needs to be on the 4 1/4 side. And I was putting it on the wrong one. I'll have to put a piece of white on the back of that. I will fix that. I was wondering why it just was not. No, I had it on the right side the whole time. Oh my goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay. I was like, something looked wrong, but that's right. Okay. Don't scare me, right? I pulled it off for nothing. I was like, it doesn't look right. It does. It is right. Leave it alone. Don't flip out over it. Though right now it's not looking quite. No, this is right. Okay. It looks like this needs to be trimmed down a little bit more, doesn't it? It does. My measurement is off just a hair, like a 1/16 of an inch. I can't do that. So we are just gonna, guys, sometimes it happens. So I have to fix this. Then I will take all the glue off of this. So we're gonna take a 1/16 of an inch off. And then in the description part, I will make sure the measurement is right. Because now I'm going to have to readjust the DSP and the other piece. Okay. It is off by a 1/16 of an inch. Can you believe that? It is. It's off by a 1/16 of an inch. So that means this piece needs to come off a 1/16 of an inch. Everything is off of a 1/16 of an inch. Yep, everything's off by a 1/16 of an inch. I need to like keep, in my head it's like 1/16 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. Only the one direction though. So I will go back here in a second. 1/16 DSP is not 1 7/8 minus 1/16. Okay, and the same here. Change. So please go back, check the measurements in the description part of the video, because those will be right. So we have to take this piece. See, this is at 1/8. It's going to be at 4 1/16. And then the DSP, we're going to find out right now. I have to see which, taking it from the side. It's going to be at 3 what is that, 8/16. Boy, what a measurement. 3 8/16. I think that's what that is, 3 8/16. All right, we're going to glue this one to this one. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. The pollen count is ridiculous right now. All right, so we have this on. And you need this piece. Now you could stamp, like this one is stamped with the very old saying, Season's Greetings. I couldn't get to this. It's back in the corner of my stamp room. So we had to go the next best thing. So this. It's just going to come down enough. Can't pick it up. I have no nails. All of my nails have gone to the garden. All right, so it's really, really small little bit down there. I mean, I'm sorry about the 1/16 of an inch. If it bothers you, you could make this piece smaller and make it those more even measurements. Like you could cut it to 4, and you could cut them down if you wanted to. I really liked having the bigger pieces, so that's why I still kept it with the 16ths. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to get our Christmas in place. And I need my little tweezers from the lovely Tammy. Thank you so much, because I do use these. These are so much better than the ones I had. I think she saw the ones I had, and she was like, oh no, that girl needs really nice ones. And she sent me these. And since then, the hemostats style ones I was using are gone. Actually, the ones I was using were from the fishing department at Sportsman's Warehouse. All right, so close this. We're going to put our Christmas. You could stamp. You don't have to have a die. And I wish this now was a little bit more centered, but it's going to be just fine. Now it's time to build our little scene up here, which is going to be adorable. So we have our little moose, right? We have Mary, which is going to fall right just about in his antlers. We have one Christmas tree that's going to go back here. This one is not going to get a dimensional, and that's because it's behind our moose. And then these two, I left these two in the center, this one on the sides, because I'm going to glue these like this. going to give him a minute. All right. We have Mr. Moose. Mary the Moose. That's a good name for him. Mr. Mary Moose, right? Mary Moose. All right, let's put Mary's name on here. I hear crows. That's definitely a crow. All right, so we're going to do Mary. There we go. Before I put him down, I am going to put glue on this tree. Then we're going to stick our moose down. And I have all the little backings everywhere. I really hope y'all don't mind me pre-coloring and doing prep work, because it just saves time. And it can get really time consuming here. There we go. Now we have these two little trees that have dried together now and set up. And then we will stamp the inside and stamp on our envelope. Isn't that the cutest little scene? And then it can go like this as a display, right? So we need to do our tent in the back here, but we need to stamp our sentiment. So we're going to need the glue again. And this is our sentiment. Wishing you joy, peace, and love now and throughout the year. And we need cherry cobbler. A Stampin' Pierce mat, because we want it to be a really, really good stamping. And if you guys don't think this makes a difference, please do yourself a favor. If you have a Stampin' Up catalog, put your catalog underneath your images that you stamp with the polymer stamp set. It really does make a difference. It's just a little bit of cushioning there. Or if you have some fun foam, go to Michael's, go to Hobby Lobby. You can pick up little bits of fun foam. Just a little bit of this cushioning does make a huge difference in these polymer stamp sets. Polymer stamp sets are great. You can see through them. They make it nice for that, but they lack that cushioning. So I'm going to put it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! Look at that. It's beautiful. Nice, crisp, clear image. That's what we want. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to bring my envelope now. And for my envelope, I'm going to stamp my tree. And I'm going to actually color the tree for this one, because I'm going to be using the markers. And I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You could and can use children's markers. You know, just if you're just beginning, you don't want to invest in markers, you don't know what all the hype is about markers and stuff, go get yourself a package of markers, you know, from Walmart. Use those. You can, you know, they have coloring markers for coloring books. Those will work as well for small images like this. Colored pencils will work. Now, I'm not going to color the trunk of the tree because I didn't pull out the brown marker of any kind. So we're going to just not do that. I do not want to use a blend. Blends bleed really, really bad, and they spread out. This is not bleeding. Like if I were to have used a blend, you would see it all the way through both pieces. So that's not happening. No. So we will use Happy Holidays in Cherry Cobbler. This is from the stamp set right here down. Right there. And I could have done better there with the S. The S did not make it. So everything is ready for us to put our little tint on the back here. Oh, that's the trial one. So I'm going to flatten this out. You tuck it in here, right? Like this. Oh, no, it goes this way. It goes up like here. So this piece, you don't want to glue this down. You want this edge, one of them, up against here. I'm going to hold this up for you. So you have your tent. If you do it like this, your tent flat, right? You want glue on one side, and you want to lay it down in here so that you can pop this down, and it goes down like that. They pop it up, right? This will have been on this side, and then this will flatten out. And then it tucks up and down. So I'm going to use tear tape. It'll just be quicker. And stronger, I think. And I won't have to wait for it to adhere. And then I have the stickly glitter glue, which I thought would be really cute to dazzle him up a bit, especially on the trees, and probably do some little embellishments. All right, so I'm keeping it closed, right? I want this piece, this is the front, I want this facing the short end. So I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to tuck this right up against my crease. There it is, right? So you see this is my tent piece, right? So that when it's open, it has that, and it can rest on it, but then it closes like this. Now, yes, it's going to have a little bit of bulk to it when it comes out, but it pops open and he's going to sit there. See? He's going to sit cute as a button. Yes? Look. Right? You can flatten him out if you want to, but the fact that he just pops open there is really, really cute. I'm hoping you guys see this. Uh-oh. My daughter is calling. She's going to have to wait. Okay, let's get some... Oh, why don't we put... Now stay down for a minute, would you? Let's put some few little snowflakes. Ooh, that's more than a few. Let's put a few snowflakes on here. 1, 2, 3. This is where that take your pick tool comes in, is for this type of stuff. So 1, 2, 3. And then I want some stickly glitter glue on here. And definitely on the stars and on my trees. Like snow on those trees. It's so adorable. All right, everybody. So that is the fun fold for July 2025 using Christmas Friends, which I know is from the old mini catalog, but I could not resist using it. I hope you like it. I mean, it's so, so adorable. And I just have had the best time creating these and sharing them with you. And there's our sentiment, wishing you peace, joy, and love. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now I'm going to call my daughter back and see what she wants. Bye-bye for now, everyone.